American Michelle Kwan will skate for gold tonight in Switzerland. Another American is skating for something even more profound. Thursday afternoon, Nicole Bobek lost her coach, Carlo Fassi. He was her mentor, her friend, her father figure. Hours after her legendary coach passed away, Nicole practiced under the guidance of one of Fassi's Olympic champions, Robin Cousins. Later that day, Nicole stood ringside in support of another Fassi student, Cornel Gheorghe. Yesterday, under her mother's watch and with Carlo's wife Krista at her side, Nicole found the courage to skate. At the end of the day, she was 8th, but her short program was an inspired performance, testimony to her teacher. Tonight, while others skate for gold, Nicole Bobek skates for honor and for Carlo Fassi. The 14-year-old phenom, Tara Lipinski, leader after the short program, on the verge of becoming the youngest world champion ever. Vanessa Gusmeroli of France has surprisingly spun her way into second place. The graceful Maria Butyrskaya, yet another Russian eyeing the podium. Michelle Kwan, a stumble in the short program, has her in 4th. The pressure is on the defending world champion. CTV Sports welcomes you to the Olympic capital of the world, Lausanne, Switzerland, for the 1997 World Figure Skating Championships. And good evening, everyone. I'm Rod Black. Welcome to the final day of competition here in Lausanne, Switzerland at these World Championships. Tonight, it's the women's free skate, and the news is not good for Canadian champion Susan Humphries, who was 21st after the short program. She had a painful blister on her left ankle. It got worse overnight, and Susan Humphries has decided to withdraw. She will not skate tonight, and Rob Falls will bring us an update in just a few moments. Before we get to tonight, let's take you back to last night when dance fever rocked. World order has changed significantly in 12 months.
Well, what a difference a year has made. When you think back to last year, the medalists were Michelle Kwan, Lu Chen, Irina Slutskaya. The only one that's in contention now is Michelle Kwan. All of them seem to be struggling with the mental aspect of this game, and because of that, we're hearing so many new names. There are 7 new skaters in the top 10 this year. That is unbelievable. Now, these skaters, yes, they have nothing to lose, but they're also unproven in this type of competition. So I think the one word to describe this competition is unpredictable. I think the only thing we can predict is that little Mighty Mouse, Tara Lipinski, is going to skate well.
You can also predict that the American flags will be out in full force, not only cheering for Tara, but for Michelle, and also perhaps the emotional favorite, Nicole Bobek, who lost her coach the other day, Carlo Fassi, who died here in Lausanne after a heart attack. More on the women's free skate in just a few moments. Now let's get an update on Susan Humphries' situation. Here's Rob Falls.
Rod, as you mentioned, the Canadian women's champion had to withdraw, and strange as it may seem, it was because of a blister on her left ankle that forced her into hospital overnight. I spoke to Canadian team doctor Bob Stocker earlier today.
Unfortunately, you know, has been some swelling and a great deal of sensitivity around her ankle, making it impossible for her to put her skate boot on comfortably. We had her in hospital overnight receiving IV antibiotics, and she's much more comfortable today, but still there's swelling and still the sensitivity persists, and she's simply not able to put her skate on and walk comfortably and skate comfortably. It's not a serious problem, and and certainly the infection is well under control at this point in time, and it should totally disappear over the next 3 or 4 days. So it's not a serious problem.
The ramification of Susan withdrawing means Canada at this point cannot send a woman representative to the '98 Olympics. However, there is still an opportunity to qualify.
The regulations say that according to the new point system, the first 24 placed ladies from the final of the event, and that doesn't necessarily mean the 24 that are here. It means according to the point system, the first 24 would get, that country would get that place in the Olympic Games. So since Susan did not finish, we do not have a finish in those 24, so therefore we have not qualified a lady at this point. There is a Part B to that. The remaining 6 places, up to 30, can be filled by a qualification event, which will be held in Vienna in October, so that will be the next opportunity for that.
As you know, Susan worked so very hard to get the opportunity to represent Canada at the World Championships, and she made a point of stopping by to talk to me about what happened over the past 24 hours.
Well, actually, we just went for dinner right after, and we just thought, well, we'll just, I'm going to have to grin and bear it through the next 4 minutes, too, for today. But last night, I took my shoes off after I got back to the hotel, and my leg had swollen up, twice the size, and it was much redder. The infection had spread throughout my leg. So I came back, and the doctor said, no, you have to go to the hospital right away and be on IV. And I'm thinking, okay, well, IV, that's not so bad. But then we got there, and then they said, well, we'll give you a general anesthetic. And I said, a what? And I said, no. And then he said, well, how about a spinal tap? And I said, no. And so then we got it down to just being a anesthetic that sedated me, basically. I was out the whole time, and they just did a minor incision in my leg and drained what they could and tried to find out, what was causing the staph infection. And they had to do it right away, or else it was spreading into my lymph glands in my leg and in my arm. So, basically they just had to get it done, or else, it was going to get worse, and it could spread to my major organs. So they were concerned for my health about that. So it was just something that had to be done, and it was bad timing, and I would have liked to have skated today, and I would have liked for this whole thing never to have happened, but that's just the way it goes, and you just have to get through these things. And it's definitely not a showing of my ability. It was just bad timing, and next time I'll be better, and hopefully this won't happen.
Well, disappointed, but Susan Humphries, who's worked so very hard to become a Canadian champion, will certainly be there in the future. Rod?
Here is the 3-time Australian national champion, Joanne Carter.
And she is quite a story, sitting in 10th spot right now, because she was just 16th at the World Junior Championships this year. So this is an unbelievable position for her to be in right now. She's opening here with a triple loop. She does it! And that was what was supposed to be a triple flip combination, and she doubled. We have to mention that one of the reasons Joanne is sitting in 10th place right now was the short program was skated so poorly by so many women that if you came out and nailed your stuff and skated cleanly, you really had a chance. triple Lutz yet. Determination on her part. She's really fighting through. Australia has not had a woman of her caliber in a very, very long time, if ever, Rod.
Yes, when you think of figure skating, you don't exactly think about the land down under. But Joanne Carter just might be able to crack the top 10 here at the World Figure Skating Championships. Last year, she was at the World Juniors. She'll turn 17 this year.
Just to give you an indication of how poorly the short program was skated by so many skaters, Olga Markova, who is a well-known name in the sport, she was at the Champion Series final. She was 15th. Susan Humphries was 21st. Lu Chen was 25th. It was an unbelievable day, and a day of disappointment for many skaters.
But some skaters were able to pick up the challenge, like Joanne Carter.
Well, she came out, and she didn't have the difficulty of the other skaters, but she skated cleanly, and sometimes that can work to your advantage.
She should be happy. Australia hasn't had a huge presence team-wise either at most of the World Championships.
Australia, first mark.
The pairs team, the Cars, brother and sister, have long been at the Worlds, but Joanne Carter's first trip to the Senior Worlds, 4.8s, 5.0 presentation marks, and for now, Joanne Carter is the leader, but many more to come here in Lausanne.
Thank you.
Sur la glace, on the ice, Leticia Hubert, France.
Here is Leticia Hubert of France. 6th at the Worlds last year, 7th after the short, coming off a 12th place showing at the Europeans, but she had some sparkling moments in the short program here in Lausanne.
And it's great to see her back because she incurred a terrible injury in 1995. She had surgery on her right knee in 1997. And she's come back now with more confidence than ever. And she's in a great position. Now remember, she was a skater that back in 1992 was 4th in the world. So this is a real comeback for her. She'll be opening with a jump that's quite difficult for her. Triple Lutz, and she does it! very difficult combination of jumps. Triple toe, triple toe. She almost gets it. Cannot get over the difference in Leticia. It used to be that her program focused so much on the jumps, and she struggled with the jumps. But now she's really paid a lot of attention to the total package. There, she rushed the takeoff. What was supposed to be a triple loop.
There are a lot of French figure skating fans who have made the drive to neighboring Switzerland. Leticia Hubert had some good moments and a couple of glitches too. Her marks when we come back to the 97 Worlds. And still to skate, Tiny Tara, the American champion.
So often with nerves in the past, come out here and nail a program like this. Look at this beautiful triple Sacko. She didn't hesitate. And I think the reason for this is the choreography. She's been working with a new choreographer, Evie Scottfold of the United States, and it's taken, oh, and there's her coach. It's taking some of the emphasis away from the jumps, and it's certainly helped her.
I've had more fun watching the coaches this week than the skaters sometimes. Look at that.
He really skates it with her.
And he is beside her now. And I'm sure offering congratulations to Leticia Hubert, world junior champion back in 1992.
And she made a comment earlier this week saying there's a new era of baby gymnasts in this sport, and yet skaters of my age can still come out here and do the jump with the added maturity and femininity, and I think that's what is so great about this.
What's even better for Leticia Hubert, combine those marks with the presentation marks. She has first place ordinals and now must wait.
Here's a young skater who is only 15 years old, but is already the three-time Austrian national champion. In 11th place after the short program, Yulia Lautova.
She has a very relaxed style. She almost looks like she skates like in a practice session. She looks so relaxed. Her opening jump is a triple Lutz jump. The preparation, tapping in. Good height, nice rotation in the air.
Now, one of the things about this young lady is that she's really a very cute skater. She's energetic, she's young, she's immature. She looks and skates like a 15-year-old.
I think her body is very well proportioned for skating. Gives a beautiful line out there. She has good technique on her jumps. Rotate very straight in the air.
By looking and skating like a 15-year-old now, it means that she might grow into a very accomplished skater. She certainly has the athletic ability and the line, the potential line for that.
It's nice and straight in the air. Triple Salchow, a little trouble on the landing, but it was clean. Triple toe, double toe.
Clean lines on that triple Salchow.
And at the end of the 4-minute program, she made it look very easy.
You have a lot of energy when you're 15, don't you?
She looks very happy with herself.
She missed all of last year with a fractured right leg, so this is a comeback year. And what a year. Strong early success throughout the season and hoping to finish in the top 10 here at the World Championships. Yulia Lautova of Austria will still to skate the U.S. champion, the leader after the short program, and the favorite here. In her last trip to the World Championships in 1995, she finished in 31st place. Yulia Lautova of Austria, much better finish on hand this year.
And here's a look at one of the jumps she did very successfully in the program, a triple flip. Nice height, nice controlled landing. Made it look very easy.
It's sort of nice watching her grow up sort of the way she should be.
First set of marks for technical merit. There you see them there. A range of 5.4 up to 5.6. This is a solid showing for her at Worlds. 5.3 up to 5.5. A range for presentation. She's in second place in terms of those that have skated.
up. French flags out in force. 18-year-old Vanessa Gusmeroli of France on the ice. Second after the short program. She really is the surprise of the field.
She's a huge surprise, but I think what happened was she went out earlier in the week in the qualification and beat some of the best skaters in the competition. I think that really gave her great confidence. She came out in the short program, nailed everything, and picked up a few first places. She has been known in the past, though, to crumble in the long program. She's had difficulties handling the pressure. We'll see just how she's going to handle it right here with the triple flip. She struggled. And this is a big one for her right here, the triple left. A beauty. This program was choreographed for her by Alan Schramm, who has done a number of the programs for the French team. And she's using music from the great circus orchestra. And you can see some of the circus moves throughout her performance. Program. Triple loop that she doubled earlier, and she does it.
What a way to finish. Vanessa Gusmeroli of France.
That was not the planned program that I have down in my book here. She added that triple loop at the end, and the triple flip that she missed at the beginning, she stuck it in the middle.
But you never know what you can expect at the circus. Tara Lipinski is up next when we come back to the 97 Worlds in Switzerland. Only a figure skating champion, a great figure skater, but a water skiing champion in her homeland.
And here was the triple Lutz that she did very well. Great height and a perfect landing.
Les notes pour Marc.
She's also a very accomplished spinner. She had some great spins in the program, but she showed so much determination, a lot of guts the way she threw those jumps in.
5-5. Second mark, 5-7, 5-6.
Her marks for both technical merit and presentation will put her in first place, except for one third-place ordinal. Leticia Hubert is second, and there she is.
Sarah Lipinski, United States of America.
In 1927, Sonia Henne was 14 years old when she won the world title. Tara Lipinski is 14. She could win the world title tonight. In fact, she is 2 months younger than Sonia was when she won the Worlds.
mistake.
There was not a doubt in her mind. We'll be back with her marks and the possible coronation. Tara Lipinski, the queen of the world. Left, but I don't think they can beat this.
This cannot be beat. She opened very strongly with the triple flip, and that set the tone for the entire performance. There wasn't a mistake. She did 2 triple combinations, and that will be unmatched in this competition. Michelle Kwan has 1 planned. Here's her triple loop combination. For this, she goes in the history books because that has never been done before by a woman in competition.
She is just something else. We've been watching her all season long. Last year, 15th. What a quantum leap in 1 year.
And you know, their long-term goal was to win the Olympics in 2002. I think she might be 4 years early. She'll be the favorite.
5'9", 5'8", 5'9".
5'8" up there.
5'9", 5'8".
I don't know if the judges are waiting for a miracle.
Second mark, 5'8".
5'6". Presentation marks are a little lower, but first place ordinals. Now she will watch, she will wait. And I am certain later she will be crowned world champion. The question now is who will be second and third.
On the ice, Christina Sacko, Hungary.
The 6-time Hungarian women's champion on the ice, 5th after the short program. This is 18-year-old Christina Sacko.
And she was another one of the surprises that took place yesterday in the short program. She came out, she took some risks technically. She did a triple combination and a triple Lutz, and it paid off. Triple combination that she did yesterday in the short, and it's a beauty. She's going after Michelle Kwan. Now the next jump is her most difficult jump, the one that she has difficulties with. Unfortunate fall on the triple Sacko. She's skating to music from the movie The Addams Family. And I think the choreography has really helped her to take some of the focus off of the jumps. She needs to work on the performance now to pull this one off. spot. Oh, and that will not help her. That should have been a triple loop, and it was a single. I was just going to say that is a very difficult combination.
She started off firing, but fizzled later. Christina Sacko. Where will the judges place her in the final roundup? We'll find out in a moment. The screen, and on the right is her father, George, a former Hungarian men's champion and also her coach. I would like to someday see her collection of stuffed animals. Every time we see her at an event.
She's got a new one. She's looking a little disappointed with that performance. But she really nailed some good jumps. Look at this opening combination. It was a triple toe loop. And the second jump just goes as high as the first. It was a beauty. And here was a triple sow cow that she went down on.
Too bad for her, because today might have been the day that Hungary could have finally placed a woman on the podium.
She went for everything, though. You got to give her that. And she struggled. She's been at 6 world championships. And she's only 18 years old.
5-4, 5-4.
The race really now is for second and third, with Butyrskaya, Kwan, and Slutskaya to skate. The second set of marks, Christina Sacko is in 4th position. Tara Lipinski is the leader, and she will be the champion.
Butyrskaya, Russia.
And here is the 4-time Russian champion. 3rd after the short program. And here is another year at the Worlds where a Russian woman will not win a world title.
I think she's a skater that everybody is hoping will do well, because she's struggled in the past with nerves, but she changed coaches right before the Champion Series final, and this has given her much added confidence and more aggression in her skating. She has yet to put 2 clean performances down in competition.
4th at the Worlds last year. Maria Butyrskaya has a shot at a medal tonight.
Here's her opening triple flip. She pulls it out. In her mind right now, she's thinking, I need this triple Lutz. This could be the key to a medal right here. And she was on a lean, and she couldn't pull in the rotation. triple Lutz. But I think the strength of this program, the cleanness, the sureness, and the expression should hold up.
Maybe, just maybe a medal, but 2 skaters left in Lausanne. Maria Butyrskaya will receive her marks. And up next, last year's world champion. The only thing she can shoot for is a hold on the gold. But Maria Butyrskaya may have a shot at the podium.
Well, she must be kicking herself because she landed every triple except for the Lutz. She did a double, and that's going to hold her back technically. But I think artistically, she's one of the best skaters in the field. I think her maturity stands out in this field of teenagers. She has wonderful expression, beautiful arm movements. She's very lyrical. So if I were a judge, I would, yes, put her down technically, but I would certainly have her up higher artistically.
The skater on the bubble with some anxious moments in the back must be Vanessa Gusmeroli of France, who is currently in 2nd position and has to wait for the final skaters. Michelle Kwan is on the ice.
5-4.
She's next.
5-6.
Marks. Butyrskaya, technical merit marks. Okay, Barb, here come the second set of marks.
5-4.
For presentation, you're right, they're better, but they are not good enough
5-7.
to jump over Gusmeroli. Butyrskaya, however, is currently 3rd.
Thank you.
Lipinski is the leader.
Sur la glace,
And
on the ice,
it is impossible
Kwan,
for Michelle
United
Kwan
States
to
of
win the
America.
gold again.
And the key here is all in her eyes. You can see it. You can see it when she has the confidence, the aggression. But for her, she's got to push it all the way through because she has a tendency to nail the first 2 jumps and then lose her focus. With the skate of Tara Lipinski, it is now impossible for Michelle Kwan to win because Tara would have had to have finished 3rd or lower, and that simply will not happen. So she's shooting for silver. And this will tell it all right here. The triple Lutz, very light. Next combination is extremely important. It's her only triple combination, and she needs it. Beautiful. Now the key is to keep the focus. This is the jump she's missed on the last 2 occasions. She did it. mistake. That was meant to be a triple. But I don't think that'll affect the standing. I think she has just won the silver medal.
She will not win the world title, but this was all about coming back. There's the world champion, still one skater before it's official. But Michelle Kwan skated like a world champion except for the end.
Well, she has fought a tremendous battle with herself, with the doubts that kept entering her mind. It all came so easy for her last year. And this year she struggled, but she fought back and she did it. And I think this is the character building experience that she needs for next year's Olympics. This will serve her well.
She will win the silver medal. I am certain of that. Lipinski will win gold. One skater left. Perhaps Irina Slutskaya can take the bronze. Michelle Kwan's marks. After this, explain Michelle Kwan's troubles this year, from skates to a growth spurt to body changes. Keep in mind she's only 16.
To the pressure of being a world champion.
Exactly.
That's huge pressure. This was a gorgeous triple toe, triple combination, and that got her off to a great start. But this is going to take some of the pressure off her for next year, because Tara will have it.
Big technical merit marks.
And I'm sure her presentation marks are going to come even higher, and they do, and she has beaten Tara Lipinski in the long program.
Unbelievable. However, Michelle Kwan, remember, she started the day in 4th position, is currently 2nd. And now the Slutskaya factor. The last skater, 6th after the short program. She has a chance, if she beats Tara Lipinski in the free skate, to make Michelle a world champion. Is it possible?
Well, not after what happened to her this morning on practice. She took a tremendous fall into the boards, went in so hard, and was really struggling after that. She was in tears, and you can see there's quite a bit of stiffness in her back.
She was the bronze medalist in Edmonton a year ago.
Last year she was on a roll. She had tremendous confidence. But I think the pressure of expectation this year has also really hurt her. Now this opening jump is going to be a key. She struggled with it in the warm-up. Triple left. She goes for it and hangs on. That's sexy. A light has gone on here. She's struggled all season with confidence. And now the question is, how is she going to factor in? she's skating, she could beat Michelle. Lipinski is second. If Slutskaya comes second in the free skate, Kwan wins because she'll take away one of Lipinski's ordinals. Kwan wins the free skate, which she is in first right now, and Lipinski is third. If this beats Lipinski, Michelle Kwan wins.
That may have been the performance of the day.
This is a personal best.
Irina Slutskaya of Russia. Sixth after the short program. Could be bound for the podium. The judge's final decision of the last skater of this World Championship after this. Skating through pain and may have thrown us for a complete loop here. Who would have thought? Earlier in the day, she could hardly stand.
Look, she can hardly lift her leg there. But I think that had a way of taking the pressure off the jump. Taking her mind away from the problems that she's really struggled with. Look at this triple Lutz. She just hung on there. That was just amazing power to hold that jump.
So, where will they put her in the free skate? Technical merit marks. 5.7s, 5.8s, 5.9s, very strong, but the presentation mark will be the big factor.
Second mark, 5.7.
Not good enough. Not good enough. Slutskaya, third in the free skate, but fourth overall. She just misses the podium. Tara Lipinski is the world champion. Michelle Kwan is the silver medalist. 1-2 USA. And in third, the French skater, Vanessa Gusmeroli. You are looking at the world champion of women's figure skating, the youngest ever, Tara Lipinski, the 14-year-old from Sugar Land, Texas, who trains in Detroit. And again, it's 1-2 United States. The last time that happened was 1992. Christy Yamaguchi and Nancy Kerrigan. The year before, it was Christy Yamaguchi and Tanya Harding. This time, it's Tara Lipinski and Michelle Kwan, last year's world champion. And then for France, their only medal at these world championships from Vanessa Gusmeroli. Slutskaya, Butyrskaya, 4th and 5th. Leticia Hubert, 6th. Christina Sacko, 7th. And once again, in case you missed it, Susan Humphries did not skate today. She had to withdraw because of injury. And now, let's rejoin Rob Falls with a very happy young lady.
Right now, I think I'm in a little shock, but
it feels great.
You were 15th in Edmonton. All of a sudden, here you are top of the podium. What did you do in the last 12 months?
I think just working hard every day and building up confidence for it.
Tell me about the triple loop. Is that something you invented? When did you find that, and how come it works so well?
Well, I was doing triple salto triple loop first, and then I just started working on it, and I've been doing it well in practices and hitting it in competition.
Just seems so comfortable and natural for you.
It is. I mean, it was hard at first, but now I'm getting the hang of it.
If you take a look back at this year, do you think that perhaps your podium finish at Skate Canada really got you going for the year?
I think it did. It pushed me through the competitions, and nationals, I think, was a big leap for me. It gave me a lot of confidence.
When you went into your nationals, did you have any idea that you would challenge for gold, or were you just there to enjoy the experience again?
Well, going into nationals, I just wanted to make the world team, so that's all I was thinking about, and it was a great surprise to win.
All right, so no pressure in the nationals because you wanted to be on the world team. Was there any pressure then coming to the world?
No, last year I was 15th, and I only wanted to do better.
Now, we've been watching you throughout the week. You've got your necklace on. What are the good luck charms on your necklace?
Well, my favorite one is the thumbs up from my Uncle Phil. It's my good luck one, and I never can take it off, that one. And I got this from my Aunt Mary. It's St. Teresa, my good luck thing. All of these are good luck. And a little skate for my mom and dad, and short but good for my friends.
Well, Mom and Dad and Uncle Phil are going to be awfully proud of you. Congratulations, and enjoy a little bit of time off, I think.
Yes.
Tara Lipinski, world champion.
The United States dominance in women's skating continues for the second straight year, but it isn't Michelle Kwan. It's Mighty Mouse.
She was unbelievable, but the thing that gets me is we were so sure that she was going to do it. She stepped on the ice, and I just sat back and watched. I didn't really say a word. I didn't feel the need to set anything up because I knew she was going to do it. And that's the feeling that Michelle Kwan gave me last year. She was so sure of herself. This year she struggled, but it was so great to see her come back. She really needed this boost going into the Olympics next year.
The gutsy performance of the week may go to Irina Slutskaya. Earlier in the day, it looked like there was no way she would even compete, never mind skate.
Absolutely. She was really suffering with a terrible, terrible spasm in her back, and she went out and she just fought through every single jump right through to the end. She nailed a beautiful triple combination, and that was a tremendously gutsy performance.
Let's talk about Canada now. Susan Humphries unable to skate. We certainly right now have to wonder about our Olympic qualification next year. There are several opportunities to qualify in the upcoming year. We have to be concerned about Susan's health first and foremost.
Absolutely, and I think as Susan mentioned, this is a short-term problem. It's so disappointing because she goes through this so often, and she was looking so great all week, very, very confident. This was going to be her week, and unfortunately, it wasn't.
And what a week it was, though. Final thoughts on, can you wrap it all up in a few seconds?
I can't. There were so many inspiring performances, so many skaters that just gave it everything, their heart, their soul, and it was a world I'll never forget.
Yeah, it was. Elvis Stoico, gold, Shaylin and Victor, bronze, 2 medals for Canada, and tomorrow night we will have the gala performances, the parade of champions from the worlds. A lot of fabulous moments this week, and we'll leave you with some of them. Goodbye, everybody, from the worlds.